Facebook, you're out there. Twitch, you're out there. Everybody get in here. We're going all the way live. We're going to give out some information. We're really going to do it tonight. And no, you don't have to pay for these courses. Because guess what? I'm giving out free information and it's free to you. You're not going to pay for this. This is all information that you're going to receive tonight. So get your pen and paper. We only got about 30 minutes to cram in all of this information. Okay? So everybody get in here, get in here, get in here. Sorry, you guys, if I'm looking rough today. I had a hard day today. I really did. But guess what? That's not going to stop me from giving you this information tonight. Today is December 1st, and it's 9:00 p.m. Jacksonville, Florida, this is just for you. Okay, guys, what are we going to talk about tonight is Jacksonville, Florida, okay? Remember last night I talked to you guys about Jacksonville, and I gave you 3 grants. 3 grants that the city of Jacksonville has opened up for 2026-2027 fiscal year. I gave that to you last night. If you guys missed it, go to the YouTube page, My Story, My Truth, My Reality, and you can watch that video. It's headed Jacksonville Got Millions, y'all. And that is the truth. Jacksonville got millions for the 2026-2027 year. And what we need to do is be a part of actually getting that money. Okay? Now, last night I was super hyped and I was loud, probably. And that's probably because of all of the information that has been released. And I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys this information and that you don't miss anything. So last night I was on 10, okay? Probably 20 actually, because we have so much information of money that could come into you, not only as a business owner, not only as a nonprofit, but also money that can come to you as an individual. But tonight, we're not going to talk about grants tonight, you guys, because you can get money more ways than grants, okay? Tonight, we're going to talk about getting city funding. Again, getting city funding, okay? If you have a small business, and no, it does not need to be a profit, because the funding that I'm about to talk to you about from the city of Jacksonville will cover for profit and nonprofit. It will actually cover both, again, profit and nonprofit. So the very first thing I want you guys to do is pull out your pen and paper, and we're going to cover the JESB. Again, let me repeat that and let me clarify it. The JSEB. All right? And you may say, Dr. Patrinya, what is the JSEB? Well, that is the Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business. Okay? The Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business. And the reason why I'm repeating this twice, because I want to make sure you write it down. Take a picture of it. Take a screenshot. Do a movie video. Do whatever you got to do. But make sure you remember JSEB. Okay? Now, I'm going to share my screen with you tonight. I'm going to share my screen, but I want to make sure everybody's in here. I know we got Instagram. I know we got TikTok. I know we got Facebook. I know we got Twitch. I know we got people from all different streaming platforms right now as I'm speaking. And I don't want you to miss out. And I know I have been getting inboxes. I have been getting messages. I have been getting emails because everybody liked what we're doing. We're giving you free information that's actually available for free that people charging you for hundreds, thousands of dollars. When in reality, all of this information is free, and the only thing that Dr. Patrinya is doing is I'm just giving it to you. Remember what I told you guys last night? If some of you guys were here last night, it's not what you know, it's where you go. Okay? So let me share my screen to you so I can show you where to go to get this money. Okay. So let me share this with you. We're going to go right here to the JSEB. This is the Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business. Go to this site. Please go to this site, because this is how you're going to get the city funding. You're going to be able to get contracts with the city through this site. Okay. And I will put it on the link at the bottom of this video when I finish. But this is the site that you want to go to, because when you go to this site, what you're able to do is you're actually able to get money from this site. Jacksonville, the city of Jacksonville, this is how you're going to be able to do your bids. This is how you're going to be able to do everything from this site. Literally everything from the site. Hello, look like I got someone from actually calling in from TikTok. Didn't mean to do that, you guys, because I'm actually live streaming in the other area. But this is how you get money from this site. Okay. All right. You actually go to the JSEB and you go to this particular site and you're able to get money. This site, what it does, it maximizes procurement opportunities with the city of Jacksonville. You have to go to this site to get certified with the city of Jacksonville in order to get money. Okay? You have to go here. That's the only way how you'll be able to get these city actual contracts. The JSEB is where you want to go. For small businesses and nonprofits, this is where you want to go. So let's talk about this site. What I want you guys to do tonight or tomorrow is I want you guys to go ahead and go to this site, the jseb.jacksonville.gov. I want you guys to create an account, and I want you guys to take all of your business information, and I want you guys to register at this site. I want you to register here, because you have to be able to do that in order to get your grants, your contracts from the city of Jacksonville. So that's why it's so important to go to this site. All right. So let's discuss this site. With this particular site, the city of Jacksonville, you are going to become registered. Okay. You see me moving my screen? Here you're going to go where it says application. I'm having a little bit of feedback, looks like it. So let me push the mic away a little bit, because I'm getting some feedback from this mic. All right. So what you want to do is go here where it says JSEB for profit applications. You want to, if you are a business, not a nonprofit, but if you are a business, because they got one for nonprofits too. But this particular link that I'm clicking on is for small businesses. So if you are a small business, you're going to click on the JSEB for profit application. And then you're going to scroll down. And it literally tells you what to do, guys, step by step. It literally tells you what to do. Because what you want to do is get certified with the JSEB. You want to get certification here. Because if you get certified with a JSEB, guess what you're now able to do? Now you're able to get contracts with the government. Now you're able to get contracts with the city of Jacksonville. And that's what you want to do. Because you guys probably have been seeing all over my social media where I say contracts are sometimes better than grants. Because grants is a one-time lump sum, whereas contract will be residual based upon the longevity of the contract. So that means every month you can get X amount of dollars. For instance, if you sign a contract for maintenance, meaning you want to be a vendor for maintenance of clean up the city of Jacksonville. So you may sign a monthly contract with the city of Jacksonville for $50,000 to receive that every month to help clean up the city of Jacksonville because they're short-staffed. And so a lot of times they hire outside vendors. Well, you may be one of those outside vendors. You go to this particular site, you register your small business. So therefore, you can actually bid on these contracts. And let me say this to you guys. I don't want y'all to get discouraged because you may be like, oh, well, everybody and their mama is bidding on these contracts. Well, listen to this. That's not the case. For the 2026 year, there is so many availability of spots that needs to be filled, and that small businesses or vendors can go and register to get these contracts. The city of Jacksonville honestly want to work with you. This site was actually created back in April of 2021, and a lot of people don't even know about it. A lot of people live right here in Jacksonville, Florida, and they do not know that they can go on here and literally start bidding for contracts. They don't know it. They don't know that their city can actually literally start giving them money to do work for them in certain areas. So that's why Dr. Patrinya is here. I'm here to tell you about this, okay? As a matter of fact, just to let you know, I went in and registered one of my businesses as well. And I also have a bid that's out there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I got a bid that's out there. And I'm hoping to hear something really soon. But before you submit anything, you have to have all of your paperwork stacked up. So when you submit the application, all you have to do is upload everything else. And they literally give you instructions on what to do. And I'm going to cover that with you because I want to make sure that you don't miss out on this. All right. You're going to go again to jseb.jacksonville.gov. Okay. You're going to, if you're a small business, you're going to click on the one that says for profit. And then you're going to follow these instructions that I have on my screen. It says instructions for completing. Now, look, number one, step one. Prior to submitting your application, the business must register with the city online procurement system. It says go to jacksonville.gov supplier portal. It literally gives you the link to go ahead and register your business first here with the Jacksonville supplier portal. You got to register there before you go to online procurement. Okay. So after you've registered your business there, then you're going to come back to JSEB and you're going to answer the rest of you're going to follow the remaining instructions. Instruction number 2, it says answer every question completely. That means don't leave nothing out. Even if you feel like it don't fit you, okay, you may want to go ahead and still fill that out and just put NA. As a matter of fact, it says on number 2, indicate questions that don't apply to your business, you put NA. But don't leave it blank. That's where you mess up at. All right? Then you're going to provide all your documents that they requested at one time. That's why before you even go here, go ahead, get all your documents prepared. Because you're going to have to submit all your documents simultaneously at one time. They do not want piecemeal, folks. They don't want piecemeal. They do not. Because guess what? The only thing that's going to do is shift yours off to the side. So honestly, do not go to these people's site applying for anything unless you got all your documents together. Don't say I didn't warn you. I want you to get this money from Jacksonville. I'm getting the money from Jacksonville, and I want you to get it too. Okay? I want you to get this money. So you got to follow direction. And yes, I did say shmoney. Because there's so much of it. If you take the S in money, you get shmoney. Okay? All right. Number 3. It talked about providing all the documentation simultaneously. Number 4, the owner must complete the application. So even if you're an S Corp or C Corp or whatever the case may be, a sole proprietorship, a partnership, the owner must be the one completing this application. Not his assistant, not his attorney, not whomever. It needs to be the owner. So owners, you sit down, and you fill this application out. Okay? Failure to complete the application as instructed will delay the processing and may even get you a denial. You don't want a denial. I mean, you don't sit up there. You already went to the supplier port. You already registered your business there. You already got all your stuff together. Who wants a denial? I mean, that's a waste of time. So that's why I say have all your paperwork together before you even come here to even submit anything. Because what you're trying to do is once you submit everything, you're literally trying to get the JSEB certification. See, in order to get money from the city of Jacksonville to get a contract with them, you got to be JSEB certified. So anybody who have a profit or nonprofit business can get JSEB certified. And no, it doesn't cost anything for that. Because I know you guys, I see it on social media. And I'm not trying to stop anybody hustle. I told you guys that last night. But I'm tired of seeing people. I know because I used to be one of these people a few years back. I used to pay all this kind of money to this person who said they could do this and that and this and that. And guess what? I end up getting nothing. They said they could file my business. They couldn't. I didn't even get a business. Not until I started learning this stuff myself and doing it myself. But I understand not everybody is paper inclined. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you not being paper inclined. You may do get somebody to do the stuff for you. That's fine. But I do want you to know what they're doing. Okay? Ask questions. If they're filling out your paper and you got to sign your name to the dotted line, ask questions. Okay, what is this about? What is this about? What is this about? Especially if you're paying people money to fill out this paperwork for you or fill out something for you. And that's on anything. However, in this case, JSEB actually wants the owner to fill out the application. All right. We don't want to deny. As a matter of fact, once you guys do all this, I want you guys to ping me. You can hit me up on Facebook, Dr. Patrinya Jordan, or you could go to My Story, My Truth, My Reality, the Facebook page, or you could even go to the YouTube page and comment on this video because this will be up on YouTube. And I want you to tell me if you were able to apply, and I want you to tell me whether you were able to get JSEB certified. I want you to tell me that. Because I want to make sure you get JSEB certified. Okay? The next thing is certified JSEBs must provide written notification to Jacksonville small and emerging business of any changes of your business name, any ownership, address change, licensures, conflict, anything within 10 days. So number 6 actually applies to people who are already with JSEB and they're changing their information. They got to go ahead if they made address change or ownership change or anything, any type of change as far as the business is concerned, they need to contact JSEB within 10 days because you want to make sure you keep your certification. You don't ever want to lose your certification because that is how you get city grant funds. All right. Number 7, per enacting legislation, all certified JSEBs must meet educational requirements to remain in the program. And that is basically the educational program that they have that you'll go through in order to get JSEB certified. All right, so let's scroll down. This is the application. You see this? Look how simple it is. This is the actual online application. You put your business name, your business address, your EIN. For those of you who don't know who EIN is, that is actually your tax ID. Yes, I have to go there. Because I do know during COVID, so many people created shelf businesses, basically a whole bunch of businesses that never knew how to run a business or really didn't have any idea about a business. They just did it so they can get the grant funding at the time during COVID time for small businesses. A lot of fake companies. And they didn't even know what an EIN is. Well, an EIN is your tax ID now. All right. You want to have a business website. This actually says company website. Think about it. Okay. How in the world can you ask the city of Jacksonville to give you $50,000 a month to bid on one of their jobs that they got available? And they pay you $50,000 a month and they don't even have a website of yours. Honestly, that is something you need to invest in. But now with the age of AI, you can even get an AI to create a website for you right quick within minutes. And I'm going to talk about that too, but I'm going to talk about that next week. For all you small business owners, if you truly have a small business, you need a website. I don't care if it's 2 pages. I don't care if it's 1 page. You need to have a website. You need to have a business address, not your home address. I know a lot of you guys out there, but Dr. Patrinya, I'm using my home address. Guess what? We're going to talk about that next week. change it for many reasons. Because remember when I say I want to help you get money? I mean that. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. I know I'm streaming on all of these social networks right now. All these streaming networks, I know I'm streaming on. And what I'm saying to you now is if you have a small business and you're using your home address, we need to change that. And I will cover that next week when I get back with you guys, okay? But going back to this application, you need your owner's address, that would be your home address. When it says your owner's address, you use your home address for that. Your owner's email address, that would be your personal email address. When it says owner, that's what you use that for. And then it asks you what type of business you have: a corporation, a partnership, an LLC, which is your limited liability company, or your sole proprietorship. Now, I'm going to stop you right here. A lot of you do not know how to write up comments for this application. It's okay. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. The good part about it, back in the day, we had to either hire someone to write it up or we had to do it ourselves. What I want you guys to do, if you don't already have it, download ChatGPT or really Copilot or any of those AIs that will help you write this piece up. You can actually go to ChatGPT because it's part of an open AI and literally put this whole application in ChatGPT, literally copy paste it, put it there and say, hey, help me fill this out. But before you do that, you need to tell ChatGPT what your business is about. And then you say, hey, help me fill out this application. And ChatGPT will literally help you fill out this business, this application. It literally will. But again, you have to go on here and tell it. And I know I'm getting chats. I'm getting a lot of chats in and texts in as we speak. And some people are saying that they can't get in. They can't get in. And the thing of it is that I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. Okay? So this same video will be up on YouTube. Go to My Story, My Truth, My Reality. I'm going to drop the same video up on YouTube. So you're not going to miss a thing. Some of you are live on Twitch. I see my Twitch people. Hello, Twitch people. I see you out there. That's good. I want you guys to honestly know this is important. Okay? Scroll down on this application. It says list all license required to legally perform all working services. Well, if you have a janitorial business, and I'm just using janitorial because I know so many people that actually have janitorial business. They have business license. Well, guess what? List that here. Okay? If you are an entertainment company. So let me tell you about that. Okay? The city of Jacksonville also have bids for the Jazz Festival. Yes, they need people to work the Jazz Festival. So all you promoters out here and all you entertainers out here and entertainment companies, you can actually bid on the Jazz Festival. But you got to take your business and go to here first, JSEB first. Fill out the application. I'm going over the application. And then go bid on the Jazz Festival. If you get a contract with the city of Jacksonville, guess what? What you think going to happen? Especially if you do good work. That means when the year coming in again, you could bid on the Jazz Festival again. Or you could bid on any activity or any entertainment business that the city of Jacksonville is bringing to Jacksonville. You can bid on that. All my medical providers, my healthcare providers, guess what? Come to the JSEB. Guess what? They got jobs out there. They got opportunities. That's the word I should be saying. It's opportunities, not jobs, but opportunities. They have opportunities there that you guys could bid on. You could get a contract with the city of Jacksonville and bid there. Okay? But again, do not bid unless you have all your paperwork. Don't even come to these people application and fill it out unless you got all your paperwork first. And then after you apply, I want you to go to my YouTube channel, My Story, My Truth, My Reality. I want you to go to this video and I want you to drop me a link, or I want you to message me. I'm on Facebook, Dr. Patrinya. Type it in. I'm on Facebook. Send me a message. I want to know how you're doing, because I want to keep feeding you information of how to make money. This is what I'm doing. Literally, I'm doing this. You think I'm not? You think I'm just giving you information just to be talking? No, I'm giving you information because I'm literally doing this too. Last year, I was able to get 3 different fundings. One from the city of Jacksonville, which was really good, and 2, that was a grant opportunity. I want you to do this. If you wanted to start a small business, which we're going to talk about that next week, but I still want you to know this information, because after you start a small business, I want you to come here. All right? So let's finish. Let's go down to application. It's really simple. Like I said, if you're not really paperwork savvy, use ChatGPT to help you fill this out, especially when it talks about filling in stuff in here. Okay? Especially when it talks about filling in stuff in here. Now, here's the thing. Let's go right here, guys. This part of the application says company checking account institution. That does not mean your personal bank account. How in the world you going to own a business and you using your own personal checking account? Y'all don't get me started. You know I'm from down south, right? Born and raised from Georgia. And when I tell you that is the most countryest thing in the world, is to have a business using your personal bank account to receive money. I don't care if you is a sole proprietorship. If you're a sole proprietorship, you should still go to the bank. You can still open up an account, open in the business name, but it has to be a DBA. You better not use your personal information. I'm telling y'all, and we're going to discuss that next week. Okay? But you're going to use this information. You're going to go down and fill out the application. It says, is your business a supplier or distributor? Well, first of all, do you guys know the difference between supplier and distributor? Okay? You guys need to know. A distributor is a whole nother level. And I don't know if some of you on this live tonight are on the distribution level, but that's where you're able to distribute massively. A supplier would be your local. You're coming to supply them a product or coming to supply them a service. So if you're a small business and you're not on the distribution, like you're not on a large scale, then you want to go ahead and say yes because you are a supplier. If you're a distributor, you want to say yes because you're a distributor. Here you go. It says, does your business stock the items sold? In other words, if you're selling something to them, or if you're giving them a service, or you're giving them something, do you keep it in stock, or do you have to drop ship it? Like, in other words, are you able to go to your warehouse and go pick this stuff up? Do you go to the warehouse and pick it up? Or are you having it drop shipped in? Or do you have it stocked at home in your utility room or inside your house somewhere? They just want to know if you got it stocked, so that way they'll know how things will go. And it even asks you, do you have a warehouse? Now, I'm going to talk to you about this next week, but I'm going to tell you the lick. You guys, especially your suppliers. So no matter if you're selling something, whatever the product is that you're selling, you're not drop shipping it. And you know warehouses are very expensive. They are. Warehouses are expensive. Trust me. Go and get you a storage unit. Go get your storage unit. And we're going to talk about that next week too. Let your storage unit be your warehouse. Number one, is much cheaper. I got 2 of them. It's much cheaper. And I store all my products that I'm selling. And best believe we're selling a bunch of stuff over here. Why? Because we're trying to put ourselves in position for retirement. And when I mean retirement, my ideal retirement is doing nothing but having all the businesses work for us. Okay? It says, is your business wholesale, retail, or other? Wholesale means you sell in bulk. So are you a wholesaler or you do retail? Retail, means you can sell individually. And then it says the average dollar value of your inventory. So that's just an estimate. Out of all the products you got, how much you think your inventory is? All right. And it says, are there any written, oral, or tacit agreements concerning the ownership, control, financial operation of the applicant of the business? So do you got anything that's kind of funky that's written on paper? Because if so, you need to let them know. All right. And then I'm going to scroll down and it says supporting documents needed. Remember when I told you to get all your stuff together before you're ready to sit up here and apply at these people application? Well, get all your stuff together before you sit up here and apply to these people application. Number one, you need your driver's license or your state ID. You need proof of your citizenship, your birth certificate, your voter's registration card, your permanent residence card, a passport, or a neutralization paper. In other words, they want to know you from here. They want to know you a citizen. Because the city of Jacksonville is not going to be giving you any type of money if you don't qualify in any of these areas that I just yelled out. It also want to know proof of residency for non-homeowners. So in other words, if you don't own a house here in Jacksonville, but you live in an apartment, just show them proof. They have rental agreement and declaration domicile obtained at the courthouse. Okay? In other words, you can go pick that up. And then you're going to upload that. Now, here we go. It says your last 3 years complete business federal tax returns. Now, you guys are probably saying, Dr. Patrinya, I haven't been in business for 3 years. I've only been in business for 1 year. I've only been in business for 2 years, but it's asking me 3. Did this disqualify me? No, it does not. I called and asked. It does not disqualify you. I literally called and asked because I know some of the people here on this live have been in business less than 3 years. However, you want to do a blank sheet of paper and you want to literally put on there that you've been in business for less than 3 years. And you want to put the amount of time that you've been in business, which they're going to know anyway. They're going to know anyway. All right. So you can put that on each one of these pieces. Then it's going to ask you for your current business tax receipt. You may be like, what is that? It's your resale tax certificate. If you're living in the city of Jacksonville and you resell anything, you should have a resale tax certificate. If you don't have it, inbox me and I'll tell you where to go. You can inbox me on Facebook or you could basically go to the YouTube page and drop a comment on this video and I'll send you a link where to go. Because you need to go there to get your resale tax certificate to even sit up here and apply on these people application. You know Jacksonville don't play that. The city want their money. They want, if you giving them a service, they want to tax it. Okay? And matter of fact, it says capability statement. Now for this, it actually gives you a link right here that they want you to literally, you can put it in a different browser and you pull up the capability statement. It's a template and you fill that out, sign it, and you upload it here. You cannot submit this application without it. Then it asks you for current professional and special license as required. Again, that is any type of license that you say you have, that the business that you have. You want to upload that. That's part of that. Whether it's your business license or, I don't know what kind of service you guys are providing. I don't know what type of licensure you guys have. But whatever your licensure is, your professional license or your specialty license that you guys have, you want to upload it here. Then it says your current Florida Department of Revenue forms DRL and DR13 for suppliers. If you don't know what that form is, you can literally Google this form, upload it, sign it. And it goes all down the line. But one important thing that it also asks you for, and I had to do this, and I kind of did this last minute. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. It says your current resume and primary owner. If you guys don't know how to do a resume or you don't know what to put, go ahead, write down on a piece of paper all the stuff that your business offer, then all the stuff that you offer. Then you can go to ChatGPT, throw it in the ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to create you a current resume for the primary and upload it here. That's why I say it's not like it is back in the day. Back in the day, you literally had to handwrite this or hire somebody to do this type of stuff. This you can do yourself. And you can actually use AI to create it for you, and it does it in minutes, okay? Again, we'll talk about that next week. Then it says 3 executed contracts, purchase order, and regular invoices. You guys don't make yourself shame. Go ahead and order you some invoices. Go ahead and order you some purchase orders with your business names on it. Go ahead and order you some contracts or create it. If you guys use savvy folks, you guys go out there and create it too. That's for the savvy graphic people. But all you regular folks who are not savvy, go to Neb somewhere or go to Vistaprint or anywhere like that. I'm sorry. And go ahead and order you those invoices. If you have an office, a rental agreement, or a lease, or a building, go ahead and upload that. They want to see that. Okay? If you don't have it, upload a sheet of paper, say, do not have an office working off my home site or working remote or mobile. Okay? You want to list any equipment, assets, or inventory that you have. You want to get a sheet of paper or type it up, all of your assets, inventory, approximately how much it valued, and you want to upload it. And then the last thing, it says list other relevant documents. You want to go ahead and list anything else additional. Because see, you're trying to win this contract. You're trying to win the city of Jacksonville contract. And you may say, Dr. Patrinya, what type of list do they have? They have a list of a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it's so many. Jacksonville literally has so many opportunities available. But the only way how you could bid on these contracts is if you come to the site. Fill out the application and go to the other portal and register yourself as a vendor and get that money. And then, of course, you're going to click the box and submit. Now, that is for all of my profit people. Now, let's go to our nonprofit application. I'm going to click on that. This is for the nonprofit people. It's basically the same exact concept that we discussed for the profit. See, the instructions are the same. You guys see that? The application is the same. The only difference of it is for the nonprofit, it asks you the executive director, chief officer, that type of information you have to put, the CEO name, the CEO email address. However, a lot of the stuff is still the same. But it's going to ask you for the number of employees, because nonprofit, we know that a lot of times people volunteer, but some nonprofits actually pay their people that they got. If so, you need to list it. And then it says, is the applicant business dependent upon another business, contract, or financial? You fill that out. All of these questions you fill out for nonprofit. Okay? They're basically the same as the first. The only difference of it is for the supporting documents, you're going to have your executive director, CEO, and secretary information and upload that. And guess what? It literally asking you the same thing, except it also asks you for your 501(c). Now, if you truly are a nonprofit, you don't have to ask me, Dr. Patrinya, what's a 501(c)? Because if you're a nonprofit, you got a 501(c). And please, folks, do not embarrass yourself and upload an expired 501(c). It has to be current. So again, before you come to these people application and apply for anything, make sure that it's current. And it asks you the same exact questions that we did. All right. So just to do a recap, because I know that we're limited in time and I want to make sure we're actually over the time, but I wanted to make sure that I cover everything with you and that you're not missing anything. Go to jseb.jacksonville.gov. You're going to apply. Okay. They even have a vet and grant program. Now that's for my vets. And I'm going to go over that on Thursday with all of my vets. So if you are a vet, I want to go over that with you on Thursday of this week. And people, don't forget, I talked to you last night about the grant opportunities for the city of Jacksonville. Did you guys send the emails? Did you guys call the city of Jacksonville? I gave y'all all the contact information. If you need it, go to My Story, My Truth, My Reality. Look at that video. I believe the name of that video is Jacksonville Got Millions of Dollars, y'all, for 2026. Jump on that, because Wednesday, okay, again, Wednesday is the day that they're actually going to open it up for that grant funding. Remember the 3 grants I told you about? So I don't want you guys to lose out. But however, our topic for today is city money. City money. And we could get the city money. JSEB for nonprofit and JSEB for profit is city money. Okay? I gave you guys the website to go to. I need you guys to get started. But remember, when you go to JSEB, they're going to give you instructions. They're going to tell you to go to Jacksonville.gov supply portal, which is this right here. And you're going to follow the steps. So you got to go here first. If you guys get confused and don't know how to fill it out, there's a phone number, 904-255-8800. Again, 904-255-8800. Tell them you're trying to apply for JSEB. you're trying to be a supplier, you're trying to fill out the information on the supplier portal, and you have questions. Or you can email them at supplierregistration@coj.net. Don't worry, if you think I'm going too fast, I'm going to drop all of this information in the video. It's going to be on YouTube, and you guys will be able to pull it. Okay? All right. I want to thank everybody so much tonight. You guys have been so amazing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now because I want you guys to really make this money. Okay. Like I said, I see people from Twitch. I see them on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Do me a favor. Go ahead and apply to those 2 links I told you tonight. Last night, it was the grant funding. Tonight, it's the city grants. They got the money. I've applied. I've applied. And I want you guys to apply too, okay? If you got any questions, you can hit me up on Facebook. I don't have a problem with trying to answer as much as I can, but your best bet is to call the city of Jacksonville. I just shouted you out the number. Only because they have the intricate details that you need. All right? So you guys be blessed. I'm going to get back on here on Friday. And I'm only getting back on here on Friday because I want to give you guys some tips to apply for the grant as well as the city money. And I'm going to have a lot of links for you guys, okay? All right, you guys. Good night. This is Dr. Patrinya, and you know my tagline. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your therapist, okay? And I'm not your mom. But I am a doctor of listening. And my ear is to the street to get you free information because I don't want y'all paying these people all these thousands and hundreds of dollars to get stuff that's public access to you. All right? So you guys have a good night.